With all the latest football news, discussion from the football world, this is Football Central. Go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Football Central for your weekly roundup of all last week's games and a look ahead to this week's game. We saw some great games last week with lots of goals, even though they have dried up somewhat from the start of the season. And hoping to hit the back of the net, really, for the first time this season, is the man whose channel this is on, TubeMix. Good evening to you, sir.
Thank you. Good evening.
Probably going to be another near miss. And also joining us tonight is JLIWheels.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Very good. Very good.
I'm really experienced finding the back of the net, by the way.
Well, yeah. Shows why he's only ever had one girlfriend. Anyway.
Shows like you've had fucking Shows like you've had none, mate. Calm down.
Joining us lastly, but certainly not least, is our special guest again. We haven't scared him off, although I think Will was close. It's Pricey21.
Hello, mate, how you doing?
Hello, Alex. How you doing, pal?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm excellent. Looking forward to tonight's show.
Sorry.
No, carry on.
Hopefully we'll talk a bit more this time.
Yeah, well, these shows, as you know, always take a bit longer because we review the games that have taken place. We'll also preview this week's game, so we'll try and not bore you to death, because I think last week it went on a bit long. Right, without further ado, I will pass over to the completely shambolic TubeMix.
We're not trusting him to do it, are we?
Thank you very much, Sam, and absolutely a great intro as always. You never disappoint, Sam, and neither do you, JLIWheels.
Thank you.
Oh, look at him sitting on that wooden fence again.
I know, we love it, don't we? We just love it when he gets on that fence.
I like to get comfortable on this fence.
I'm going to knock you off it in a minute.
Okay. Well, before we go into the Premier League, should we go around a couple of the scores in Europe? Because it is the Europa League tonight.
I guess that's up to you, your channel.
Okay, I think that'd be a good thing to do.
These are long enough as it is. Should we not leave that to last when all the games are over?
Oh, yeah, fair enough, actually.
Yeah.
Right, so we begin on Friday. We begin.
Oh, jeez.
Just trying to think what date.
For Newcastle versus Palace.
That's it, yes.
What would you do without me and Samuel?
I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. Friday the 27th of November. It finished Newcastle United 2, Crystal Palace 0, and we started us off well. Actually, it was late goals, actually. The first was from Callum Wilson in the 88th minute, followed by Joelinton on the 90th minute. And not only did they two score, but they also assisted. Joelinton helping Wilson and Wilson helping Joelinton. So I think that's good. I like that.
When was his name ever John Linton?
Oh, so Joel Linton, that's it, yeah.
No,
Joel.
you're right. It's definitely good for Newcastle. We've had a lot of negative talk about them over the recent weeks, but as Steve Bruce made a comment saying that we're starting to see the best of Joe Linton, and he
Yes.
definitely had a good game. I think obviously with such a natural goal scorer as Wilson as well, you know, your game's only ever going to improve, in my opinion.
Yes.
So
And with Almiron in the team, he's always and Saint Maximan, who let's be honest is their spark. They're always going to be creating chances.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I think that Callum Wilson has been a top signing for them. He's like changed them into a new club. You know.
The only thing with Callum Wilson is I'm surprised he went to Newcastle because Newcastle played a very different style to what Bournemouth played. So I didn't know if their style of hitting the ball into him and lumping it into him would work. But to be fair,
but I think he wanted to play regular football and he knew he would play regular football at Newcastle.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that I'm surprised he went to Newcastle as a club because it's a big club. But I just mean in terms of the style, I didn't know if it would work. But...
No, I get what you're saying, and I do agree. But you know, I think in some respects it's about time. I mean, I saw this game going down as a Palace win. If anything, we've done the thing that we always say we're going to do and don't, which is look what we predicted.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that again.
We need to start writing it down.
Sorry. Yes, I'll try and remember that for tomorrow.
Tomorrow? We don't do it tomorrow.
No, well, just that I can do it in my other time. Yeah.
No, we are doing something tomorrow, aren't we?
Oh gosh, yes, we are. Yes.
Well, what's happening tomorrow?
We are testing the waters for our pilot series on different subjects.
Do you know what? You've given us absolutely no warning.
I'm not available.
Oh no. Sorry, that was meant to be Sunday, wasn't it? Never mind.
No, Sunday. We're doing Tottenham and Arsenal. You said.
Oh yes. Sorry. Oh dear.
Welcome back.
Never mind. Right, we'll come back to that.
Welcome back to TubeMix, everyone, where everything just seems to be an absolute fucking shit show. Thanks for joining. But no, to go back to the point, I think obviously there's been a lot of talk about Joe Linton, £40 million for a player that I think was very good in the Bundesliga, but I know a lot of people actually disagree with that opinion, and that they paid money for a sort of a discount for Mino, which is fair enough, I guess. But he's definitely had a much better season this season, and like I said, with the likes of St. Maximin, the likes of the likes of Wilson, you are going to get those chances, and that, as long as you get yourself in the right positions, it's going to go all well. That being said, Newcastle for me are the perennial mid-table side at the minute. They're so up and down.
Same with Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like with Palace, same as Newcastle, it's two teams that have got the capability to do better, and a manager that probably will want more from them as well as a team.
Yeah.
I think,
Do you think Zaha might leave this summer?
We say that every summer and they never let him go.
I thought he was destined to leave the summer before, and then he never did. So it's not something I want to make a comment on. I think because we've said this about Zaha a couple of times, and then he just stays anyway.
But is he just ruining his career to stay?
I'm not sure ruining his career is the right word. I think he's got to be careful if he doesn't move next summer. He doesn't miss the boat, for a bigger club. But
Because they're old now.
he's playing in the Premier League, so I can't say he ruined his career.
And the thing is, in a team like Palace, because of how talented he is, he's always going to get those opportunities to show how good of a player he is. And I think that's
I think
so
he
important.
would in the big team though now. He's ready for that. When he went to United, I mean, I know having an affair with David Moyes' daughter. Sorry, David, if you're listening, there's another
Yeah,
that's pretty bad.
That. Oh
But,
my God.
I didn't know that actually.
Go on, Wilfred. Go on, Wilfred.
Wait, that's pretty bad.
Oh, I respect him even more now.
If she looks like anything like David Moyes, then
Oh, imagine that. What if he was like, he was balls deep in her, and then he just looked at her, and then he saw his gaffer's face. Oh my God.
He was like, I don't think my boss is going to be so impressed in the morning. Because he played, don't forget, he played every game of pre-season for United.
He did, didn't he?
That year. And so I don't think he was ready anyway, but I think he is now. I think he's a top quality player. However, he's one of these players that might like to be the big fish in the small pond, so to speak. And I'm not saying Palace are a small club because they're a Premier League club and they've got a lot of history. But I mean, even though he wants to leave, or did, he's been very loyal, and I think he wouldn't have been as loyal to them as if it wasn't Palace. The fact it's where he came through the academy, he's an Arsenal fan, but he came through the Palace academy, and so it's a big and I think where you come through the academy, you're always going to be a bit more loyal, aren't you?
And he has proved that he could do it at the top level, and I think as long as you prove that, then it's your prerogative to go or not. And like Sam said, I think he has shown a little bit of loyalty, although I do wonder why he has stayed. Not that it's a bad thing, but I wonder why. Because to me,
Everton.
No, but Everton did.
Yeah, but Everton. I mean, you're not gonna. No offense, but you're not gonna leave Palace at this stage and go to Everton. Well, you might now under
Everton's a big club in Palace.
No. I'm not saying Everton isn't a big club. I'm just saying I'm not sure he would have left at the time Palace to go to Everton. Because
I kind of see what you mean.
It's sort of half a step level, but he needs it now. He needs somebody like a Leicester or an Arsenal or somebody like that.
Well, given that he's an Arsenal fan, that could be a transfer I could see happening.
But nobody came in for him, and he would cost a lot of money. I saw a rumour that he might cost 95 million.
You can't be serious.
All right, John McEnroe, calm down. I agree. I think at the end of the day, Zaha is a player of some serious quality, and contrary to some players that we've seen, i.e. Pogba or somebody like Berahino, do you remember when he did it?
Oh,
God. He knows he wants to leave.
No, he was shit.
He knows he wants to leave. He knows he wants to leave, and he knows that the best way to do it, to get what he wants, is to play well and give a good account of himself. So I've got a lot of respect for him. However, as a player and stories I've heard about him from people that have played against him, he's a very confident person on the pitch, and maybe his personality isn't the greatest. But to focus on Newcastle, to focus back in on Newcastle, I couldn't be happier for Steve Bruce and for Newcastle, because I just feel like there's so much negativity around that club, and specifically around Bruce as a manager, and I rate him.
As long as he doesn't take our best players, I'll be alright.
Yeah, that's true. If you don't know what that means, a couple of weeks ago, Steve Bruce was in the crowd. Was in the crowd for a Crew game with Alex Bruce.
Is that his son?
Well, no,
Yes.
no, it's his daughter.
Well, Alex is
So
a
it could
female
be
name as
actually
well.
With the name of Alex. Alex could be a girl's name.
Yeah, true.
No.
Alex Polizzi, the hotel inspector. That's an example.
What is that?
I think that was probably the worst example you could have ever chosen, to be honest.
Okay.
So yeah,
just,
good signs,
sorry.
but good signs for Newcastle, but you never know.
Just before we move on, do you think Joelinton, the burden's off him now? That,
No, he's shit.
No, not quite.
No, I think he's probably the worst signing they've ever made.
I think it's a confidence booster, but I don't think he'll be out of the woods until he gets a couple more goals.
I don't think he's got enough ability about him.
Neither do I. He's not got any of that Brazilian flair, has he?
I just don't think he's got the brain. I think he's got I think he has got the Brazilian flair from what I've seen him. But
From what?
But I just don't think he's got the footballing brain
Have
to
you been
translate
watching
that.
him on? Have you been watching him on Fast Forward or something?
You look at the top Brazilian players. They've got the flair, they've got the skill, and they also know how to play the game. Yeah, but he hasn't. That's what I'm saying. He's got the flair and he's got the skill.
From where?
Shut the fuck up and let me talk, will you?
Do you see this? Do you
Children,
see this flair and skill? Do you see this flair and skill, Alex? No.
Sounds like a disease, all that flair.
But what I'm saying is that like all the best Brazilian players have the skill, and it's mainly to do with the fact that most of them grow up playing football on the streets.
No, but he's not
Yeah, most of them
He's not getting play because he's slow as fuck.
Right, stop a minute. So what I'm saying is that in order to translate that and become a great player, you have to have that intelligence. Now, I like the way that Wilson and Joelinton linked up in that game, and it was a good sign that Joelinton could be a good foil for goal scoring for Wilson. But maybe that's just what he's meant to be, a foil, a 2 or 3 goal a season striker, so that everybody else can grab the goals. I don't know.
Joelinton for me is a target man and nothing else.
They'll have to wrap him up in the foil if that's the case.
I feel like I feel like that's really important for Newcastle, especially for Steve Bruce, because you got Andy Carroll but then you've also got, the skillful attackers like Wilson and St. Maximin. Not saying that St. Maximin's obviously a striker, he's a winger, but what I mean is he can get in behind and make them sort of dangerous runs.
Being a target man doesn't mean you've got flair.
Soon as you get Andy Carroll on the pitch, oh dear, he's injured, what a surprise.
Oh, here we go. Well done for the players injured.
I'm going to say it as well. I actually think if Andy Carroll could get some consistency, he would be decent.
No! He is a good player. He's been a good player. You can't say that Andy Carroll hasn't been a good player. When he played for Newcastle the first time round, he was incredible.
Yeah. But now he's dog shit.
And for West Ham. He was good for West Ham as well.
He was alright at West Ham.
His first season with Payet, they linked up well together.
Oh yeah, when he scored that, but was it a bicycle kick?
Yes, I remember that actually. That was just when I just came back into football.
That's a surprise. You don't remember anything. You don't remember anything the other side of yesterday, do you? Usually.
Well,
I won't bring that up now because that was spoiled. But remind me to tell a story when I'm off.
The only thing that Andy Carroll did is to over kick against Crewe in offence.
Oh God, yeah, that was a great goal, wasn't it? Don't know where the hell he pulled that out from.
That's the
It was
best
a
thing he's
screamer.
done in 5 years.
Probably is actually. But yeah, I don't know about Jolinton. I think it depends how the next couple of games go. But like we said, obviously, because they are a mid-table side now, it is difficult. It will be difficult for them to be consistent and to get consistency. But we'll see.
okay, ready to move on?
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about this one.
So we move on to Saturday, the 28th of November now. And is it Brighton v Liverpool we're doing next?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okie dokie. Yeah, that was an interesting game, wasn't it?
Yeah. What was it? Two disallowed Liverpool goals, a penalty that never should have been.
Right.
Yeah, it had a bit of everything.
Can I ask, are you guys a fan of VAR?
Yes, I like it.
Well,
here we go.
it depends because it's frustrating how it takes such a long time. Oh well, I might as well go and order my takeaway now while they're doing this.
Right, but if it didn't take a long time, people would be whinging. People would be whinging. If it didn't take a long time, people would be whinging that they made the decision without looking. There's no way that VAR is going to win. When we had this conversation the other week, we agreed that like VAR would work. If it was like decided by robots. But nobody's ever going to do that because what would be the point in watching football?
VAR's bollocks. Because you're doing it by millimeters. It ruins the fun out the game. Because you score a goal and you think to yourself, this could get ruled out. There's no fun in it. It ruins the game.
Well, can I just say something?
Yeah, that's fine, Sam.
That I believe that VAR was brought in for the right reasons. For years we've moaned at the referees. They're not getting this decision right. The refs aren't up to standard. The refs are rubbish. The refs are this. Now, the issue with VAR is, I think we all realised after the World Cup of 2014 that there were going to be
18.
No, 2014, it was in the World Cup VAR.
Not the 2014 one. They didn't even have goal line technology back then.
Yeah, VAR didn't exist then, mate.
Sorry, no, you're right, 2018, sorry. So we all knew there was going to be some problems. However, I think with VAR, I was listening to Jamie Carragher and Phil Neville the other day on Monday Night Football, and they were having a right go at each other to the point where Jamie Carragher actually sweared on TV. But I think the problem with VAR is that it's very. We say VAR's the problem. VAR is not the problem. The rules are the problem. Because VAR is controlled by human beings, yeah?
Yes.
And they're referees, most of them, that haven't played the game. And the people that are making the rules, the FA, and here we go off UEFA rules as well, are all old people.
PGMOL, isn't it?
Exactly. They don't know a lot about football. But the issue is VAR's great in some ways, in the way of it's giving a chance for a decision to be reviewed. The problem is that it's subjective. So what somebody might think is a penalty somebody else might not. Well, you know, apart from that, the handball rule is absolutely shocking. I mean,
Oh, mate, it's pathetic.
some people, I mean, they said they've changed the rules. I've seen the FA. I've seen no changes. What do they expect people to do? Chop their arms off? I was watching the Spanish league the other week, and they all have their arms behind their backs because they're scared of giving the penalty away. I
Well,
mean,
you
it's
see it in the
absolutely
Premier
ridiculous.
League, don't you?
Handball is if the arm is not in a natural running position, and if somebody brings their arm out to the ball. Now, all this about, he hit his arm, but it was by his side. So what?
Yeah.
I do believe that if it hits an arm in a build-up to a goal, then you could argue that shouldn't stand. But to give penalties and stuff away for that is just ridiculous. But I don't think the referees have a choice. The referees have been breached on what to do, and that's the problem. Final 2 points now on this, because I do talk a lot and I'm aware, is that the offside rule is an absolute joke, because offside should be any part of the body you can score with. If any part of the body, offside's black and white, but I get that. But it should be if there's any part of the body you can score with is offside,
Not your
then
arms.
that's offside. But if there's part of the body that's offside, like when Patrick Bamford was pointing where he wanted the ball, he can't score with his hand, can he?
No.
So how is that offside? So I don't know what you guys think, but I think offside should be any part of the body, which is most of the body you can score with. But if it's a part of the body that you can't score with, then that's not offside.
Yeah.
The other issue I have is when the referee, when they go over to the pitch side monitor, right, and I get that Stockley Park and the ref have to watch it in different angles, and yes, they have to watch it in slow motion, but they watch every replay in slow motion, and football's not played in slow motion.
No, it's a fast-paced game.
Football, but they should have an option to do it in slow motion to see if there's an intent there in a really bad tackle or something.
Yes.
But then they should also look at it at full pace, and I've never seen them with VAR when the referee's gone over to the monitor looking at it in full pace, and that's ridiculous because the game's not played in slow motion. So do I think VAR's the right step forward? Yes, because if it's used correctly, then it could be a great tool. But unfortunately, a load of knobheads are doing it at the minute. So it's ruining the game. People are worried about celebrating goals. A case in point, just quickly, Jamie Carragher mentioned it when they were having this debate the other night. David Marshall saved the penalty against Israel to send Scotland through to the first World Cup in 21 years. The biggest moment of his career by far. He's been a very good keeper, David Marshall, and he didn't celebrate because as soon as he saved it, he went to the referee. Was my foot on the line? Was my foot on the line? Was my foot on the line? Now, I agree with the foot on the line rule. I get that. But the point is he didn't celebrate because he was scared that his foot had come off the line because he's scared of what VAR were going to do.
It's a shame it's come to that, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. That moment, which is the biggest moment of his career, was spoiled because he was too worried about whether he had a bloody foot on the line. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, I agree, Sam.
Some very good points there, Sam.
I just want to come in and I want to say, like, obviously we literally did have the exact conversation we're having now, word for word last week. So
I was rolling on the floor. It was so funny.
You know, there's not much to
Not
disagree.
funny, it's
There's
destroying
not
everything.
much to disagree or agree with. I agree, like I said, because obviously we had this conversation. VAR, you know, it's a bit of like, be careful what you wish for. There's so many complaints seasons gone by. Oh, you know, this was called offside when it wasn't. This was, you know, that was a handball and it wasn't given. Then you be careful what you wish for, because then they give you what you want and it's still not good enough. But it also coincides with one of the biggest and most bizarre rule changes we've had in years.
Yeah.
Because what is an offside? What is a handball? What's a clear and obvious foul, by the way, based on the Liverpool penalty,
Exactly,
penalty,
because it's
and the West Brom
subjective.
and the West Brom and whatever. If you've got rules, and if there is a clear and obvious rule, then you stick to the rule, and that's it. Because that's one of the problems. Is like, everybody goes on, oh, the referee was awful, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
If they don't do what they're supposed to do, if they don't follow the rules, they get marked down. They might not, you know, referee another Premier League game for months. So
Yeah.
I'd be the same. I'd be like,
Maybe even ever.
maybe even ever, if it's that bad a performance. You're right. So it is difficult. You know, that being said, did anybody of the four of us here think that the Brighton penalty was one?
I haven't seen it. With them, no.
Yes,
no.
I think I thought it was at the time.
No.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't, because
But then again, sorry, carry on.
if you give that one, then you've got to give West Brom a penalty against United for a similar thing.
But then this is where the problem comes, because offside, yeah, it should be black and white, like I've said, but the other decisions are subjective. Will thinks it's a penalty, and us two don't. So, but that's because there's no wrong answer to that. That's because we see football differently.
Yeah.
I know that
It
Jordan thought that penalty for on Aspilicueta by Harry Maguire should have been a penalty by Harry Maguire.
Yeah, that should have definitely
Yeah.
been a penalty.
See, you two think it was, and I don't. But that's fine. But that's the problem. Is everybody has different opinions.
What about you, Al? Did you think the Harry Maguire foul on
I didn't see
Aspilicueta was a
that
foul?
one either.
You didn't. What? Do you not watch football?
I've been doing the family stuff online.
I'm only messing, but yeah, no.
It was like something of WWE. That was all rugby.
Yeah, 100% a penalty every day of the
Yes,
week. But
definitely.
But then again,
Sam's
it's
opinion.
subjective.
But then I'm
It's
looking at you. I'm
subjective.
looking at you, Will, and I'm thinking, how could you think that? How could you think that on Saturday was a penalty? So it is, yeah, Sam's right. It's subjective, and in which case, no two people are ever going to agree on the argument.
No.
And that's the issue in terms of also the fact that then you have an issue about you know, refs are told to stick to the same protocols all across the country, but they do. But then every ref's or official's view is different. So even if they stick to the same protocols, they're not always going to get the same decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll sort of execute the same protocols than, you know, what they think is right, but they'll do it their way, which they're entitled to do. I understand, but
it leads to a lack of consistency, and that's what I'm saying.
it's difficult. That being said, I think Brighton were fantastic
Yes.
against Liverpool, and that's another one of the problems with having this conversation, is that, you know, you do get lost in the VAR nonsense and the refereeing nonsense. whereas Brighton actually did pull off an incredible result and a great performance. And Neil Maupay's penalty miss was unfortunate because I feel like on the face of the game, when you look at like things like offside and things like that, they should have won really.
Yes.
They should have won really, and that is what that is. But a good point nonetheless.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Brighton, how many times have we said this? They played well, but not got the result. So, yeah, brilliant for Brighton.
Yeah. And also on that point, what do you think about the argument with the person after the game?
What was this?
What argument?
The Klopp.
Where he clapped and congratulated BT for injuring Milner. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
fair. I think I'd feel aggrieved if I was him, to be honest. They're struggling, aren't they, at the minute? Like, really struggling.
Yeah.
Especially when
what actually happened? I didn't see it.
Well, I don't know. All I heard was that, like, Klopp was clapping at the referees, and then in his post-match press conference, he said something about BT saying that they're the reason Milner got injured.
Yeah, and Sky. Yeah, they got Sky as well.
He's one of the most passionate men in football, and I think that with that, sometimes you win yourself fans, but you also win yourself enemies, and it's not something I would have done, but in the heat of the moment, you never know.
Yeah, but I suppose the broadcasters do pick, the games that are scheduled, don't they? And because of the schedule of the broadcasters, players. Especially this season, there's absolutely loads of fixtures thick and fast, and you are going to have quite a lot of injuries. So I can also, I can see both points of view.
Yeah.
In terms of Liverpool, we've seen them get injuries and still play quite well.
Yes.
Obviously, they won in midweek against Ajax as well, which was very good. Obviously, it was a goalkeeping error that gave them the win.
Yes.
Was that Onana?
Yeah.
Yes.
But with City, it seems like, I know it's only one game, and in which case it's speculative. Hang on, my home phone is going. Hang on a minute.
Go.
Let me let it ring. That's just so in case you could hear it. With City, it seems like in which case I've just made myself look like a dick. With City, it seems like getting back to that kind of free scoring form. Obviously, like I said, it's speculative. Do we see Liverpool's struggles continuing? Because they have struggled.
I don't know about struggle.
Yeah,
I think
I don't see
struggle
getting better.
Struggled is the wrong word. United have struggled. I'm not sure Liverpool have struggled. It's a bit too strong a word.
Although they certainly haven't been, the Liverpool of, the last two seasons.
They probably weren't going to be well. They can't possibly be that every season.
It's too much of an ask.
Yes.
Yeah.
No team can do that.
What they have achieved over the last couple of seasons is like ridiculous.
Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it? Because when Klopp came in, replaced Brendan Rodgers, weren't they in 10th or something?
Something like that, but I think that's not particularly what I'm meaning. I'm meaning in terms of like over the last two seasons, it really has clicked into gear for them, and it does feel like I think it is a fitness thing. I think we're seeing as the season is going on and fitness is getting a lot better for most teams, that the reason that we did get all those kind of weird results and dodgy defending is due to, the fitness and the COVID issues.
Yes.
But it just seems like Liverpool are one of those teams where that sort of injury string just hasn't really stopped. They've not managed to stop the stream of injuries.
Yeah. The issue is it leaves your squad a bit threadbare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that Liverpool, in terms of the quality of the first 11 to the substitutes, it's not poor, but it's not as good as they will want to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, true.
So it does leave some questions, I think. But they're Liverpool, and Klopp has made a career at Liverpool of kind of shutting up the doubters. So I think they'll still be okay. But I've maintained it throughout the season and throughout the show that City are going to win the title.
No. No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think they're defensively strong enough. I think Liverpool will probably win it, but not by the points. I think it's interesting that City and Liverpool have both dropped off slightly, because it's interesting when your main rivals aren't playing as well, you tend to not play as well. And
we've seen that with Real Madrid and Barcelona, obviously, as well.
Yes.
Who are both having poor starts to the season, although it does seem like over the last couple of games Barcelona have picked it up a bit, whereas Real Madrid haven't.
Yeah, I mean, Zidane, there's talk of...
Zidane still the manager?
Yes, he is.
I think there is some pressure on him.
And if there's more pressure, he'll probably get a headbutt, maybe.
Oh dear, well.
I don't like him particularly.
Great
from
player.
Oh no, as a player, I'm not doubting it. No, I'm not saying he's a bad manager. He's won the Champions League, albeit with Real Madrid. But I'm just not sure. Like listening to Gareth Bale and listening to other players, like he doesn't treat the players. He doesn't treat the players that he that he doesn't want very well.
I think there are a lot of managers, not to defend Zidane, but historically over football past, that is something that happens a lot. And I don't understand why that happens as well, because in some ways, the players you don't pick are more important because they're the ones that are going to cause the issues. I've always found that a weird situation, to be honest.
It's not the fact of not picking people. It's just there's a way to treat people. Like, even if you don't want them at your football club, you never know. We saw it with Jose Mourinho with Mata. They didn't treat them very well.
And De Bruyne, yeah.
So it's about, fair enough if you don't want them, but you've still got to treat them, right?
Oh, yes.
Mm. Again, I think that's hard, because I think that we can't, we know what obviously basic human decency is and all that. That's what we want to believe in.
Yes.
But we also don't know what it's like to be managers.
No, I get that, and if they're not part of your plans, fair enough. But you can't. You still have a duty of. Obviously, your relationship's going to be damaged. I'm not saying it wouldn't be if the player's not playing and they're a top player. But you've still got to have a level of respect to keep with them. Because you don't know while they're at the football club, you might get a load of injuries. Arsenal might get a load of injuries now and might call on Ozil. But, it might happen. because it's
That's
still
what
part.
that's what Jack Wilshere said, wasn't it? That he thinks the Ozil's creative ability is something that could really help Arsenal at the minute.
He'd be
But
very
you,
lucky to
you
get
look at
back.
you look at his relationship with Arteta, and apparently it's quite good, even though he's not happy about being picked. So, it just shows that it can be done.
No, I've also heard that about Arteta and
And
Arteta
Emery,
and what's his
Emery
name?
has also said about, Ozil.
What did he say?
Well, he made references to he didn't think his attitude was right at times, and
But we know that anyway.
Yeah, I'd say kind of stating the obvious at this point.
Yeah.
okay.
I guess it just depends because I like we've said before, and I'm always really, really careful not to keep saying the same things. But my opinion is that Arteta's man management and the decisions he's made show that he's a good manager.
Oh yeah, especially the
regardless of the
Guendouzi
off-the-pitch
thing.
stuff. I don't know why you always focus on that.
Oh,
but-
sorry.
because that's just the.
No, Will's right. Will is right.
No, I
because-
agree, but that's the one that he always goes to. Whereas the
Okay,
Ozil-
Socrates.
Why happened with Socrates?
Well, because he banished him and Ozil. They weren't registered for the Premier League and the Europa League squad.
Yeah, but it was just because he didn't think Socrates was good enough, wasn't it? Socrates didn't do anything.
Okay, well, yeah, he's pretty much garbage or
But yeah,
average anyway.
he's not. He's a good defender. I don't know why it didn't work for him at Arsenal. Anyway, the Guendouzi thing is right, and I agree with you, Will. But I think the most important thing is the Ozil situation, because when Emery was there and when it was all kicking off, it was in danger of getting really, really ugly. And now you don't hear very much about it.
No, well, Arteta's sick of talking about Ozil. Every time the press, he just
Yeah, but that's because he's been a world-class player.
Yeah.
It's like the same with Pogba. He's played for Real Madrid. He's German. He got German best player 4 years on the run or something ridiculous.
Not just that,
So-
but Jose Mourinho named him in a team of the best players he's ever managed. In terms
Yes,
of
he did,
ability and
didn't he?
attitude and things like that. We know how good Ozil is. At the peak of his powers, he was one of the best midfielders in the country. In the world, sorry, not in the country. So that there is going to be a focus on that. But what Arteta's done so well is obviously build up a relationship with him where you don't hear about it, because it's detrimental to the player himself, who's unhappy anyway, the
Yes.
team, who's unhappy anyway, and also it's detrimental to people's opinion of the club.
yes.
And I think that was another very big thing, was, it was all coming out that it was to do, Ozil spoke out about, the Muslims being held in China or whatever, and then that reflected badly on Arsenal, and people were making statements and blah, 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 and it's not good. That's not good for a club.
No. And do you guys think is there a way back for Ozil at Arsenal, or is his career finished there?
No, I think it's gone too far now.
Yeah, I think he's got to be finished now, hasn't
The fact that his
think-
contract comes to an end as well soon.
I think the best thing to do is for him to go.
Yeah.
Do I think he
But
could?
paying for the mascot's wages was an absolute shambles. He shouldn't be doing that. That showed his kindness, and that was almost like a fuck you to the club there, wasn't it?
He'll go to Turkey or the MLS. One place he won't be going to is
I know.
China.
He paid the Gunosaurus's wages,
Yeah.
right? But that's, I understand that it might be taken the wrong way, but it endears
Yeah,
him
he's
to
a
the
good
fans.
But he did that to say fuck you to the club, I think.
Yeah, and the good news is that Gunnosaurus is now. He's back. He is.
Yeah, but only because
Ozil's paying his wages.
yeah.
Although it's not always Jerry Guy or whatever his name is. It's different people alternating now.
Why are you completely missing the point?
No, I was just adding that in.
Right. So to sort of segue into the next game, and for me the performance of the week has to be Riyad Mahrez.
Yes.
I thought he was
I
phenomenal.
still like him.
Burnley weren't great, to be honest.
No.
But, you know, in the same time, sometimes when there's a team in form like that, you do have to just sort of, well, I don't want to say it like this, but you do have to sort of sit there and take it sometimes.
Put them to the sword.
But yeah, the ability of Mahrez is just, you know, I don't think we've ever questioned it. I think he had the best season of his career last season.
His one with Leicester was pretty.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he definitely proved he was worth what City paid for him and showed he could mix it with the big boys. Whereas I feel like, you know, his start with City wasn't very good, but to me, he was their best player last season.
Well,
yeah, he's good, Mahrez.
I'm a big fan of him.
Thanks for that, Will.
Because of his Leicester days. I can never. And what really angers me, and I'm going off the point a bit, is when Leicester fans boo him. I know the way he left wasn't great, but all they did for that club and they boo him. Because it not really annoys me.
I don't think he left in a bad way.
Well,
I mean, he kept playing for them. He didn't, you know, he kept scoring goals. I don't remember him having any bad way.
Again, as
really.
we've said, Will, sometimes you can't remember conversations you've had 2 days ago. so you know, it's just one of them. Obviously, no Nick Pope for Burnley.
Hang on, you didn't answer my question about whether you thought it should be booed by Leicester fans.
Oh, I thought you were asking Will.
No, well, I was asking you all.
Oh no, I think when a player comes in and has an impact like he has, you know, he earned the right to go to a bigger team.
Yeah, it should never be booed like that. It's fucking unbelievable.
You know, at the end of the day, football fans are fickle, so he was always going to get it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done it. I would have been singing his name every time he touched it.
I agree, but what I'm saying is that there are some fans that aren't going to see it like that.
Yeah, would have you, having done what he did for Leicester and been in the sides he was in, would have you still cheered his name when he got on the ball?
I wouldn't have cheered his name, but I certainly wouldn't have booed him.
I wouldn't have booed him unless he left in a really not great way.
Well, that's what happened to him. It didn't happen. He went to big. He was too big for Leicester when he left.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't boo him. No.
I think to say Mahrez was too big for Leicester, you know, then I kind of get the feeling that, like, it makes me want to ask: do you think Vardy's too big for Leicester?
Yes, I do.
Because I think he is, but I think he is too big for Leicester. But I also think that he's so ingrained in the culture of the club.
Oh well, he'll retire at Leicester, surely. I think. No,
I agree.
Yeah, but he is way too big for Leicester, in my opinion. But he's doing it out of his own heart. And, you know.
I think you know, there's a lot to be said. Obviously, he came out a couple of years ago and said he turned down Arsenal to play for Leicester.
I think a lot of footballers got a lot of stake and he didn't deserve any of it.
And I think when you look at it now, Leicester are so much of a better team compared to Arsenal at this very moment.
Yeah,
So,
I love Jamie Vardy.
Oh, I loved it. I don't think anybody doesn't like Jamie Vardy.
And his story, coming from like the very lowest tiers of the football pyramid and then working his way up.
Yeah.
It's
Do you
wonderful.
know what he did? Do you know what he did before? Well, it's a showcase to anybody, not just footballers. But if you've got a dream, go whoever you are, never give it up.
Wise words.
What I would say is, do you know what he did before he became a professional footballer?
is he a bricklayer?
No.
Builder.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like I know.
Working in a supermarket.
No. Do you get?
Could you imagine just seeing him like at the checkout counter at like Tesco's or something?
Fucking hell, Will.
Do you give up or not?
I give up, yeah.
Because I feel like that I've definitely heard what he did before.
You give up or you don't? Sorry.
No, I don't. Hang on, I'll have one more guess, and then I'll concede defeat. I feel like it was a builder or something like that. Is he a plumber or something?
Yeah, plumber.
No.
Go on.
He made splints to put on people's legs in a factory, like splints that we wear.
No way.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, calipers on people's legs.
Right.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard him say it in an interview.
Good on him.
Fair enough. I have definitely heard him say he's worked on building sites before. Though.
Yeah, I
Well,
thought
maybe he
I
has
thought he was a builder. Yeah.
He should have been his wife and then she's a bit of a fucking look at him.
She's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
Be binning
I
her
think-
right off.
I think she's quite good looking.
And Will, your favourite player scored?
Neymar. Yes.
No, Mendy.
Oh
You're
yeah,
always
that.
slagging him off.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was thinking. Sorry, I was thinking of the United game last night. I apologise.
I just wonder what planet you're on sometimes. I really do. I can't lie.
Oh yeah, when Mendy scored it, I was actually laughing. I was thinking, is this a joke or something? Benjamin Mendy actually doing something right?
Mendy was up there. If you put
Good
Mendy
finish
is
as well.
Yeah.
If you put him in United squad now, you can get him to without any shadow of a doubt. I believe you can take most of the last team and put him in United. They will all get a position.
Yeah. Vardy would start over Martial.
Oh yeah, yes, definitely. He's
Probably
much
even
more
Rashford.
consistent than Martial.
Yeah, he's a better player than Rashford.
But Rashford does okay off the field rather than just on the field.
Yeah.
Rashford's still a good player, don't
He's
get me wrong,
he's
but-
all over the government like a rash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rash by name, rash by nature.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. That's good.
Okay.
Well, if
That's a
you
bit
like
harder.
it, if you like it, well, I can go to bed happy.
Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. That's very good. I like
Right, you ready to move on?
Oh, I like that. Oh.
I can't even remember what we were up to.
Yeah. So next, Everton and Leeds.
I thought this was going to be a high goal
Good
scoring game.
Yeah. Well, I thought Rafinha's goal was fantastic.
Made something out of nothing.
I thought it was a shame as well because I thought it was one of those very rare games where Jordan Pickford actually had a good game.
Jordan Pickford's shocking. Literally shocking.
Yeah, he is. He's shit, but I think
No, he's not.
considering Considering his
No.
usual standard, I thought he was very good. Whenever he starts to play well, he drops a clanger, and that's the problem with him.
Who would you have? Jordan Pickford or Kepa Arrizabalaga?
No, Kepa, but I would
Pickford any day.
I'd have Pickford over
I
Kepa.
would also pick Dean
Kepa
Henderson.
makes me nervous.
Because Kepa just can't do the basics, whereas I think, like...
I don't understand why Pickford is England #1.
I think the problem with Pickford is he is so over the top. I think a lot of
He's
the
right.
the big saves he makes as well for the cameras. I'm just like, stop being a dick and play football, you fucking
I
knobhead.
think Dean Henderson's better than me.
I think England's #1 should be Tom Pope.
Nick Pope.
Nick Pope.
No, Dean Henderson.
No, he doesn't play enough.
No, but
I hope he needs to get more chances. Dean Henderson, he does.
Yeah.
How about Alex McCarthy? He deserves a shout.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Look where
He's doing well for Southampton, isn't he? So yeah, I definitely say he's in the running for
He's
England
like
keeper.
Fraser Foster, isn't he? Well, Fraser Foster, whatever.
He's English. as
Oh
well.
yeah, I used to get them confused between Fraser Forster and Ben Foster, so I used to call him Fraser Foster.
God. How much more of this have we got to do?
Sorry, that's
You've never said that you got a special needs before, but you know, like you say that you've definitely got special needs.
I don't know what to say to that, really.
So, shall we talk about the performances of both sides there?
Yeah, do you think Everton's inconsistency, what do you think that's down to?
Not having a good enough squad.
I think one of the biggest misses is Seamus Coleman.
But he's played.
No, he's injured.
Since when?
He had
think
that.
he
He
is
had that. I think it was a hamstring injury. I think.
Yeah, the other week.
No,
Like last
I
week or
think-
something. Well,
I
he's
think
not.
they could make the top 4 easily.
No, I agree, they could do it, but.
And you know, picking Iwobi instead of Andre Gomez. You know.
Iwobi's a winger, what are you on about? Iwobi's a winger and Andre Gomez is a defensive mid.
You know my views on it, Werby, but he's
Yeah, no, you think he's a
Woeful.
brilliant player.
I actually think he's improved, I'm not gonna lie.
thank you.
He'll be probably
it's
gone
not
in the
so.
summer, I reckon.
Yeah, he's not good enough.
I said he was better than Jadon Sancho. At one
No, you well at one point, yeah, but not now. But, you know.
Oh yeah, he did. That's true. Sam did say that.
Yep. Mind you, Sancho
think-
though, his goals have dried up a bit in Germany this season.
Yeah, this young. He's a bit like your presenting.
Maybe Sancho's dreaming about the red shirt. Maybe he's dreaming about coming to Old Trafford.
But he
I wouldn't be
won't-
dreaming about that at the minute. It's probably having a nightmare.
Yeah, why would you come to Old Trafford at the minute? What, man? It's like a death sentence.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Leeds.
Leeds continue to play the way Leeds do, and I love it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's quite good. Isn't it?
And I love Bielsa's character as well.
Yeah.
He's a really quirky guy.
Can't believe he still doesn't speak English after 2 seasons.
Who I
in-
think he does. No, he does speak English. He just doesn't. He just doesn't.
Speak it
He
very
just-
well.
He just doesn't speak it well enough to want to do it in front of the camera.
No,
Okay.
that's fair enough. think Pochettino was the same, wasn't he, for a good few years?
Yeah.
In terms of Leeds, again, you know, we've said it before, and it's difficult with their style of play, but they do seem to just have this very strange thing where they play amazing one week, and I mean like amazing 1 week, not in terms of like a Newcastle where they play okay 1 week and still get a win. I mean,
Yeah,
like
but they're just getting used to the league.
but they always seem to play better against the bigger teams, which doesn't make much sense. Maybe it's a
Yeah,
motivational
it
thing.
does. The bigger teams come on to them.
Mm.
Yeah, that is a strange thing.
But maybe Sam's right. Maybe it isn't.
Who knows?
Well, you look at Leicester, they always do better against bigger teams, don't they?
You've got a point there. I think
Either
it's
or,
because they
maybe.
like. I think it's because they like big matches as well.
Yeah. I think that obviously there's a lot more to get excited about a big match, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that including staring at your cat?
That was only one match, and that was only because it was really, really boring. I had to battle to watch that match.
You haven't
It
got
was
time for anything.
something
You're
bad.
not battling.
When a game is really, really boring, you know, you really have to fight to watch it sometimes.
No, I think that I would I would still keep my eyes on it just in case there was that, you know, amazing moment of quality.
Shit.
Right, Sam.
Sorry, Al, what
Sorry.
did you say again?
Sorry, I just nearly rang a girl.
Oh yeah. Ask her if she's got any mates.
Where's my name now?
Many of them.
Oh, God.
You've got so many different women, haven't you, Sam?
Sorry about that, everyone.
It's alright, nobody
Okay,
watches
buddy.
real videos anyway.
I'm about to say.
So we ready to move on, lads?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
So
Uh,
West
So-
Brom. Oh, sorry.
West Brom versus Sheffield United. Good finish from Gallagher. Felt like he had a great game, actually.
Yeah, he was good, and Sam Johnston was good again as well.
Yeah. Could he be an outside bet for an England goalkeeper in the future?
If he keeps the way he's going, yes, I would say so.
You can hear that was me eating.
Oh, okay.
No chance. No chance.
He's good, though.
Made some fantastic saves again.
He is alright.
Oh, what's up with you?
Sam's probably got COVID, maybe.
It's midnight.
Wow, okay.
Okay,
mate,
so-
let's
sorry,
calm
that
down
was-
a little bit. This has gone to shit a bit. hasn't
Sorry, that was that was too far. That was.
it? So I'm going to ask you a question, right? We've seen West Brom pick the pace up in terms of how they've done. You know, we're going to talk about Fulham a little bit later on after their result.
Oh, full of dog shit.
Does it really? They weren't bad against Leicester though.
No, but they don't deserve to be in the top division. No.
Is it getting to the point now? Maybe where with one point you have to worry. I think not worry, but you have to worry where the goals are going to come from, not necessarily the point.
Yeah, they're definitely.
Same with Burnley and Sheffield United.
We just said Sheffield United. That's who we're on about.
Oh yes, sorry, it's because you're talking about Fulham. So
Oh Christ on the
I
bike.
forgot about.
oh no.
No, Alex is dying.
No, I'm not. I've had it for weeks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I was saying, should we start worrying about where the goals are going to come from Sheffield United? Because I don't think they've performed that bad, personally.
Right.
What are you doing, Will? Why is nobody saying anything?
Sorry, boys. I just accidentally scratched some. Just re-putting some cream on.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, we're live on air.
Sorry, everybody.
Oh no.
Well.
I'll probably put Alex off from coming back. Probably.
You probably put whoever was off watching,
I
knowing
don't
that
know
you're
why.
creaming yourself up.
Sorry. Right.
Oh,
That's it done now.
Yeah, I think so's this stream at this point.
At least we've had a laugh.
Well, I haven't had a laugh. I think that this is going to be on YouTube forever, and somebody's going to see it.
This show is an utter shambles.
Oh, it's disgrace, isn't it? Do you know what the worst part is? The worst person on the channel. The worst person on the channel is the one whose channel is. Most of them
They're
are.
not all right, but they're not all that bad, though.
Most of them are.
But that's not all, is it?
No, just most.
Fuck you.
Anyway, I think the table is starting to settle now, and I think the teams at the bottom, they will go down.
Well, no. Here we go again. Here we go. The same conversation we've had for about 6 weeks on the balance. All I was saying is, do we worry about where the goals are going to come from? Not are they going down?
Well, I'd be worrying about both, I would.
Because I think there is cause for concern on the goals going for Sheffield United.
Yes.
He's right. Can we stop or what? This is getting painful.
What was funny about that?
Carry on.
Please unsubscribe, everyone.
Yeah, just when they get
Just put us out of misery.
I think West Brom will be fine though.
I agree, Will. I think they'll be okay. I think we're starting to see enough from Fulham to suggest that if it comes down to it, they might have enough.
Yeah, and Lookman, he'll be interested to see if he'll.
Definitely down. You just said 1 minute. You just said they're definitely down, and now you're saying, "Oh yeah, they're all right."
Oh,
fucking
what
he's saying, mate.
Oh, whoops, yeah, I always seem to contradict myself, don't
You
I?
know what day it is? I don't fucking what we're doing.
I think we need to stop, Will.
You're right, I think, yeah.
Would you like to,
Hang on, no, next game.
Next, nobody even answered my fucking question.
What was that?
All I asked was, do we start to worry where the goals are going to come from Sheffield United?
Yeah,
Yes.
because football is a game of very fine margins, and Sheffield United are not playing that differently to last season, really.
It's not a political like question there. It's a straight answer. You don't have to we have to worry about this. We have to. It's not a political broadcast from the Labour Party, is it?
Do you think? Do you think it's kind of?
Well, I don't think there's goals in the team. That's my.
No, but do you
No,
think
I
that one
think-
of the reasons?
I think they have to be at their very best to get results.
Well, yes, I mean, you can't be 50% and get a result, and you have to be
No,
exactly.
I'm just saying, Alex, that they don't have the
Oh.
that they don't have the quality to have an off day and get away with it.
I
Yeah,
think they're
that's
going
true.
down this season. To be quite
I
frank.
think with Burnley, West Brom, and Fulham winning, and obviously Brighton getting a good result as well, it's probably the first time this season where I would think, ooh, okay,
You just said
no, that's not
Burnley
very
were
good.
winning as well.
No, yeah, I did, yes.
I think
They did win.
Sheffield United.
No,
They
they
won
lost.
last week. I mean, yeah, they won last week. That's what I mean. I mean, all the teams around Sheffield United have picked up positive results, where all of
Mind you, I feel we shouldn't write off Chris Wilder.
No, I
You-
agree. I agree, but I think that's what I'm not writing them off. I'm just saying it's a worrying sign.
No, it is. If you're not scoring goals, you don't win football matches. It's simple as
You're
that.
doomed.
Mind you, that was one of the good things about Sheffield United was the goals didn't come from one specific source. It came from all around the pitch.
Yeah, but that is good, but that would be only 1 or 2 goals a game. And it's
Yeah.
not like they blew 2 blue teams away. So now, there's not, if you look at their performances, I bet if you look at their running stats and you look at tackles and aggression, that they're not that different from last season. But it's just in the key boxes where the 2 areas of the pitch in both boxes where they're struggling, particularly in the attacking box.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't know what's happening to Sheffield United from going from what they did last season to this.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it is just the fact that teams have got used to, they know what to expect.
But yeah, maybe.
To be fair, though, it wouldn't take a lot. There's not a lot wrong at Sheffield United, so it wouldn't take much just to turn it around and start picking up results. For instance, if they got a result next week, it wouldn't surprise me. Or, this week, I mean.
Yeah, I guess it depends who they're against. I don't actually know, to be honest. But I'm happy West Brom got the result because it's something that I've sensed coming from their performances for quite a while, that they will start to play better and get results. So, for me, it's good, and I like West Brom as a team. I always have. I feel like they were like the sort of the bogey team before there were bogey teams. Like, there were a lot of teams that would go to West Brom when they very first came back up with the likes of Shane Long and players like that, and always struggle. So I feel like they are a team, especially with what they did with the Great Escape and stuff like that. They're a team that deserve to be where they are.
Yeah.
So should we move on to Sunday's games now? I think Will's just decided to go into hiding after the shit show he's having.
No, I'm still there. I was just checking the Arsenal result in the Europa League.
Okay. Did we touched on it a little bit, obviously, yesterday about the Manchester United and Southampton game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think United played particularly bad.
No,
I just think that
lucky again, though, getting 2-0 behind.
I still think they didn't really deserve the win, really, in my view.
But I can't say that in any of the games that United have won, they've really deserved it.
Yeah.
No.
With that being said, obviously tactically the change was to bring Cavani on, and he showed what he could bring to the team.
Oh yeah.
Age is just a number.
Yeah.
Exactly.
His fitness was a surprise.
What did you make of his tweet after the game?
I didn't see it.
I've not seen it.
I think
What
in
did he
today's
say?
day and age, you have to be very careful.
I don't know, he said it in Spanish, probably. It's a swear word in Spanish.
You just got to be so careful, especially when you're in. I'm not saying he's a racist person. He's not. I don't think. I mean, I don't know the guy, but you've got to
Oh,
be
is
so.
that what it was? Was it a racial slur? Was it?
Yeah, but it was in Spanish, and apparently in Spanish, that's. I don't think that's a racial thing.
Do you mean like how the N word in Spanish isn't seen as a bad thing to say? I'm sure I've seen that. Don't quote me on that, because I feel like that would be a very bad thing to say. But I'm sure I saw it somewhere that like that it's kind of more normalized in different cultures to say certain words that you can't say over here.
Yeah, but it's what they can be translated into.
Yeah. The thing is, you have to, if you come to a new country, you have to respect the country that you're coming into.
Yeah, true.
But I think, you know, in the same instance, he's not been here very long, so maybe he just doesn't know.
True.
But I'd like to think somebody would have told him what you can and can't say.
Yeah, mate, yeah. You
I
were
mean, you're clever, man. He must have known what they were that related to.
Yeah,
he's
but
only
then
a
it's like,
footballer, isn't he? So
then it's like the thing of like football is an emotions game and it's a passionate game.
Yeah, but that doesn't excuse what you do off the pitch.
No, but what I'm saying is maybe his head's gone. It doesn't make it any difference, but I'm just trying to figure out why he would say something that could put him into trouble.
I don't buy it. I think you've just got. I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm just saying you've got to be so careful.
Yeah.
So he obviously needs to use Google Translate first.
The best free kick taker in the league struck again. But the question is, should De Gea have saved it?
No, it was too far in the corner.
Yeah, no, that was a quick and free kick.
Will,
he did well to get a hand on it.
Yeah. He must have been so gutted to Gea because he must have thought he, got enough on, his hand to save it, and I thought he did save it.
First that we saw of Henderson in the league as well. What did we think about that?
He didn't do anything wrong, did he?
We know that Dean Henderson's a top quality player though, so
he needs more chances to show what he can do.
I think he will get one.
Yeah.
Well, apparently
question marks over.
He's handed in a transfer request. Apparently, he's handed in a transfer.
I haven't seen anything about that.
Didn't you say that last week? Because I read something similar last week.
Carry on with your.
I didn't read anything like.
I mean, Southampton. I thought. I thought they would have won the game, to be honest, because I thought certainly in the first half they were absolutely brilliant. United were just absolutely dreadful. But no, I mean, Ollie has to be given good credit for, bringing Cavani on. And not being too late with his subs as well, because we've said this so many times on this show that he's often too late with his subs. But no, that was a very good decision from Ollie.
Oh, a bit of praise.
Well, yeah, it's rare, isn't it? But there you go.
He obviously wrecked it in midweek though by not taking Fred off.
Yes.
I like Fred.
I think him and McTominay are really good together.
Yeah, I agree. They work well together.
Yeah.
They're energetic and stuff, aren't they? Do all the right things that somebody in their position should do.
Yep.
You ready to move on to Chelsea and Tottenham?
Yeah, I'm ready to move on.
Boring game this, wasn't it? Not much happened.
It shows the evolution of each team, though, to be able to mix up the game plan.
Yeah, and that's the point. It's like, if either team would have attacked, I think it could easily have gone a completely different way, but I think it was clever management by both players. By both
And
managers,
that's what we're saying Man United are lacking. That we said this last night, that dimensions, those other dimensions in Chelsea and Tottenham, are both showing that. And if you want to be a title winner, sometimes you have to play ugly.
Yes,
Absolutely.
you've got to be able to play lots of different ways. If one plan isn't working, you've got to have a plan B, or if plan B isn't working, you've got to have plan C.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
Absolutely agree.
And all they, you know, I think he's, you know, scared at times. You know, I could tell. You see the look on his face. You know.
There's not a lot of olays going on at Old Trafford, is there?
We're in a pandemic, Sam. We can't do that.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no pandemic.
Obviously, the draw takes Spurs back top. You know, we said it. Sam said earlier on he thinks that Liverpool will win it.
I'm going with my gut feeling, Chelsea to win.
Jordan doesn't like this conversation.
No, I can see why people would think that. I just disagree.
I think they have clicked though. But how long is it since Chelsea lost? When was the last game you lost?
Liverpool, the second game of the season, wasn't it?
So you are in pretty good form.
No, I completely agree.
So, you know, Frank's impressed me this year,
Yeah.
to be frank.
The amount of people early on that said he's got no tactical know-how that aren't saying that now is funny.
Well, I don't think he's got that much. He's got a bit, but he doesn't got that much.
I don't think he should have got the Chelsea job.
No.
I'm not saying he's not good enough now, but I wouldn't.
It came a bit soon, didn't it?
Well, they didn't do anything at Derby, but really. They just lost another playoff final like Derby always do. Sorry, Derby fans.
Yeah, but I think he did bring a good style to Derby, but
Yeah.
when you know, in terms of the way they played well, but
And Mason Mount as well, when he was on loan at Derby, sort of helped develop him.
thanks, Will.
Right, don't suck him off, Will. Come on.
Yeah.
What's happened to Harry Wilson? Because I thought in that Derby team he was as good as Mason Mount, but his
He's
career's
at Cardiff now, isn't he?
I know, but his career's gone in a different direction, and I thought, I don't know what you thought, but I thought with Derby there wasn't much to choose between.
But I think you look at Liverpool, you know, Chelsea's midfield and attacking situation at that point when Frank came in, compared to Liverpool's. You know, to me, it makes sense. But Wilson.
No, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense how somebody so talented is now playing for Cardiff.
No, it's not
Well,
fair. He should have gone to Burnley like he was supposed to, but I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
He does certainly as well.
They didn't
Yeah.
have a good summer though, did they, Burnley? Sean Dyche was not particularly very happy.
No, I think that might be it probably.
Yeah.
They've
Have they got the takeover yet? What's going on with the Burnley takeover?
Don't know.
I don't know. There was something about it, and then it's all gone a bit quiet, hasn't it?
It'll be all quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah, a bit like me yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, you've been a little bit more lively today, but bloody hell, you cock ups.
But well,
I can
we're
try and
only
make up for it
human.
now onwards. So
I can see that the next game is Arsenal and Wolves, and I guess my main point is something that's been talked about a lot in the media recently. Arsenal's worst start since 1981, 14th in the table, and yet I haven't heard anybody saying Arteta out or even any pressure on Arteta. He came out and said himself there's no worries about his job.
No, he deserves time.
yes,
Arsenal
he needs time, doesn't he?
Arsenal have got to stick with a manager for a bit.
And I mean the business they've done. I mean, Thomas Partey looks like he's going to be a good signing.
Yeah, but I'm one of those that agreed. But then you look at how they've actually done this season so far, and they've got absolutely nothing to shout about. So it's really interesting.
True. Although I would say Arsenal are in transition. I'd say that you look at all the success there with Wenger, and you look at it, their transition period. All right, they didn't win a league for so long, but their transition period's only been over the last 3 or 4 years. United's has been over the last 7 years. There's a big difference there.
Gabriel also looks like a good signing as well. He does.
Can we talk about the Louise thing and
Yeah, I think that's an important conversation to have actually.
Yes.
How is Raul?
I don't know. I've not heard anything, but obviously
He said he was hoping to be on the back of the pitch soon. His statement was.
Thanks for interrupting me, Will.
Sorry.
Obviously, if you don't know, there was a little bit of a clash of heads between Raul Jimenez and David Luiz. It looked quite nasty. There was a lot of blood coming from David Luiz's head.
I mean, it sounded like a gunshot. When he clashed up, it sounded like a gunshot.
Raul Jimenez obviously had to be stretchered off and taken to hospital, whereas David Luiz just got up and moved on. But there's still, for quite a considerable period of the match, there's still a lot of blood coming from the head of David Luiz. Now, my opinion, and I'm sure the opinion of the rest of you, is if you have a clash like that, no matter what, you should be coming off.
It should be subbed. It's not worth the risk.
Especially because of things like, you think about it now, you look at like Jack Charlton, Nobby Styles, all those kind of players.
You need to look back to Ryan Mason.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, he was on that game as a pundit for Sky, wasn't he? I think.
The link between football and dementia due to heading the ball and stuff like that. It's not worth risking it.
No.
Do you think heading the ball? Here's a question, and I'd be gutted if this happened because I get that it was completely for player safety, but I'm a traditionalist as well, and there's got to be an element of risk in any sport. But do you think heading the ball in future years could be scrapped altogether?
Yes.
I hope it isn't, because as a...
How could you do that? I mean, that just completely...
Because I think eventually it's going to be too much pressure on the governing bodies.
That would be ridiculous. Football is about heading the ball, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I get that, yeah, but it comes from the dickheads who run the governing bodies. But
that would ruin the game completely.
Yeah, but they they're not a fan of this. They're just a company who are worth millions of pounds.
Yeah, but I think it's also not. It's also not worth, football as a whole being told, oh yeah, you're responsible for this, this, and this. Heading a ball is scientifically proven to have a link to dementia. We know that now.
So what are you trying to say?
So something has to be done about it. But I also don't think heading the ball. I don't think it'd be one of those things like, moving off your line or putting the offside flag up after the phase of play. You can't just get rid of it.
No, and
No,
if players really at the end of the day, it's players. It's if they know the risks but they still want to do it, then
if they stopped heading the ball, I would never watch football again.
well, I can't imagine football without them heading the ball. I just can't.
I would never watch any football match ever again.
I think I not.
Because I'm a traditionalist, and I get that we can take precautionary measures, but all sports meant to have a bit of risk to it. You could say in boxing, there must be a link between people getting punched in the head and brain damage. Is there in boxing?
Oh, yeah, I would have
There
thought
must be a
so.
link, is there? That's
Yeah,
like,
probably.
just like football.
Yeah,
and-
you would think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So, and are you saying that we should stop boxers punching each other?
Well, if that's the case, then just get rid of boxing altogether, because that's the main.
Yeah, but
point.
that's the thing. You can't do that.
No, can't get rid of boxing.
Well, then you can't get rid of heading the ball, so.
Well, absolutely, because like I say, I mean, I cannot imagine watching a match, but
Maybe that's something we can ask the viewers.
Well, there
Maybe,
aren't any.
well, whenever there are some.
Could I just check the comments thinking that maybe Dunk know would be there or something, but no.
no, they're not there
Yeah.
tonight.
About to say, I'm pretty certain that he'll start getting up to.
I've not seen Dunk there in
Just to come away from the heading debate, Wolves did play great though. I
Yes.
thought they
They
played.
did, they did. And that back four, like, they've got options now. We know how good they are in the back five, but they've now got options in the back four too.
Yeah.
Very good indeed.
And again, it's about that versatility.
So you're definitely saying no worries at all for Arsenal and Arteta.
Yeah, I
No.
think Arteta, give him time, and I think he'll become one of the great managers. I think.
Al, what about you?
Arteta's a good manager, but I think he works well with. He shouldn't not have left Pep at such an early stage. I think he should have stayed with Pep a bit more and worked with him.
Yeah.
I think
I just think it's weird that there's so much pressure on the likes of Ole and
Yeah.
pressure on
but-
Frank, and there's no pressure on Arteta, whereas
Yeah.
Arsenal have finished 8th and they're in 14th at the minute.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't think Arteta's done a good job, because with what he inherited, same as Frank, I think they've both done good jobs. Whereas somebody like Ole, I just think is absolutely robbing a living at United.
Well, yeah, I mean, watching United nowadays, it's making me nervous. It is.
Is that after the cat?
That was only one game.
Oh,
I'm never gonna get away from that, am I?
No.
It makes me nervous watching this back. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
This is why
That's why I've never watched one back in my
Yeah,
life.
I'd say this is why I don't watch these videos back, just because
No offense, Will.
it genuinely makes me cringe.
I just don't like hearing my own voice.
Oh, it's all the awkward silences and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, but this is turning into like boys chat rather than being on TV.
yeah.
It's not like a thing that's this is a joke, but we're carrying
Yeah, but this is what me and Sam have spent 6 months doing. To be fair, so welcome to the show, mate. For Monday, obviously there was Leicester versus Fulham, and I don't know about you, but as soon as Fulham scored that penalty, I thought they were going to win.
Yeah.
Is that what you gotta say, bro?
I was following it on the BBC Sport website. I think I listened to it on 5 Live as well, I think.
Again, something I've brought up quite a lot is what I've seen from Lookman I've really liked, and he scored, so and I think he needed that as redemption for the penalty miss, because it was genuinely the worst penalty I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, that's awful.
So
I felt a bit sorry for that lad.
yeah. He's still young, I think people forget how young he is. What is he, 22, 23, Lookman, so still very much at the start of his career.
He's a professional footballer, you shouldn't be doing that, should you?
Yeah.
We could have kicked it better.
Imagine having the bottle to do a Panenka in general. You know what I mean?
Well, that shows something.
He got no conviction on it whatsoever.
Well,
But it's good for Fulham, and we've been saying it for weeks that we think the Scott Parker's a good manager. We've seen good things from them, and
I like the things he says as well.
Yeah, and that's what this week feels like a little bit, because it's been a lot of the things that we've said sort of coming true. We talked about West Brom playing better. They did well, and things like that. So it's good, really, in a way, because it shows that we do actually know a little bit about football.
Yeah.
Will, on the other hand, I'm not so sure.
Guys, I'm gonna have to dip out for a minute. I just nature.
Yeah, I'm desperate as well, actually.
Dear.
If I don't come back, because if I don't come back, don't forget to send my apologies, Alex, about the thing earlier.
What thing?
You know, the college thing.
Oh yeah, I know, yeah.
Alright.
You won't be that late, will you? You won't be that.
Well, I don't know. That's my cue to go.
We're probably still going to be on in about another half an hour, so take your time.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, lads.
Maybe. See you soon, Sam. Maybe.
Thanks.
See you in an hour.
Thanks a lot, Will, for having me again.
He's not coming back, is he?
Absolutely, Sam. It's always good having you on, mate.
Off, Will, you prick.
He's not leaving, is that?
He's 100% not coming back.
No, he's not.
Sam, why have you done this?
No, I'm coming back.
He's not. Oh, Sam, we hardly knew you. And he's gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does feel quite good because we it shows that we know a little bit about stuff about. I know he's gone. We'll cry about him later. The last game, I guess we should mention, which was West Ham and Villa. I was excited for this one, and it did go the way I thought it would, with West Ham winning. We talked about how much they've turned it around. And it's really great to see.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about David Moyes because we all know how much you love him.
I've already said all that I want to say about him plenty of times. I'm not going to go into that again.
God, Moisey.
but there's no denying that he's built an incredible team.
Yeah, well, we thought, didn't we? You know, come the start of the season, obviously the whole Diagana drama.
Well done, though.
Hey, that actually rhymes. Actually, I like
You're a
that. Actually.
poet and you didn't know it.
And you know, Mark Noble said that tweet. You know.
Yeah.
But no, it's turned out to be the opposite. They sort of use it to fuel their anger on the pitch in a good way, probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I think it will be tricky for United on Saturday.
Yes, it will be a very difficult game.
And because United do consistently seem to struggle against West Ham as well.
Yes, I mean, funny you should say that, because actually the BBC Sport website, they've had as one of their throwback videos today, the final game at Upton Park.
Oh God, you're always on about this one.
Oh well, yeah, but it was also on the BBC Sport website, so that's why I've also brought it back up again. When West Ham beat United 3-2.
If it's on BBC Sport website, if it has to bring it up, well.
Yeah.
And that was the game which sort of revived my love for football.
I thought you said that you saw the game where Andy Carroll did the overhead kick. That was before that.
Oh.
Oh God, let's just carry on and get this over with, shall we? Right.
Yep.
Predictions for Saturday. We know that Friday's game has been postponed.
Yes, due to COVID.
12, yeah, at 12:30, Burnley are at home to Everton. I'm gonna go for a 1-0 Everton win. I think it'll be tight.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Everton.
Yeah, 2-0 Everton as well.
Yeah, Man City and Fulham at 3 o'clock.
4-0 City.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for 4-1.
3-1 City.
Okay. West Ham versus Man United at 5:30. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go 1-1.
I'm gonna go 1-0 West Ham United, I think.
2-1 West Ham.
Okay, and Chelsea v Leeds at 8 o'clock. I'm gonna say 2-1 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea.
I'm gonna say 3-1 Chelsea as well.
Okay, on the Sunday at 12 o'clock, West Brom v Palace. I'm gonna go for 1-0 West Brom.
I'm gonna go 2-1 West Brom.
2-1 Palace.
At 2:15, Sheffield United v Leicester. I'm gonna go 2-0 Leicester.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Leicester.
So Alex says 4, Will says 3. At 4:30, we're gonna be doing this one live as well.
Yep.
Tottenham versus Arsenal. I'm gonna go 1-0 to Tottenham.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Tottenham.
7:15, Liverpool v Wolves. I'm gonna go 2-1 Wolves.
Ooh, Liverpool to win, but a tight 1-0 win, I think.
Liverpool against Wolves, I think that's going to be 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay, on Monday, Brighton versus Southampton at 8 o'clock. I'm going to go
That sounds like it could be a good game.
I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
I'm going to go 2-1 Southampton.
I think I'm going to go for 2.
Yeah. Okay. Now, should we wait for Sam to get his predictions? Or...
Yes.
How long is he going to be though?
Yes. Will's like, yes. Let's do it.
It depends how long you can be.
We're waiting for Sam, but if we're waiting for Sam, I'm gonna go to the toilet because otherwise I'm actually gonna my
Okay.
liver's gonna burst. My bladder's gonna burst, not my liver, sorry.
Oh.
So I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Okay. So shall I go through a couple of the Europa League scores? Oh God, you're gonna go for a wee as well.
You're going just over it together.
We're still here, we're just on mute.
Okay. Right. Okay. So, let's go around the grounds in the Europa League tonight because it is a Europa League night. So, Arsenal have beaten Rapid Vienna. I can actually pronounce the team for once, which is good. Alexandre Lacazette started us off in the 10th minute. It was a dream return for Pablo Mari after his first start in months. I didn't expect him to be starting, actually, in the 18th minute. Eddie Nketiah then scored in the 44th minute. But then Rapid Vienna got one back in the 47th minute, scored by Kitagawa. I think that's how you... I presume that would be, but I don't know. And then Emil Smith-Rowe wrapped things up for Arsenal with a goal in the 66th minute. Assist for Arsenal was Reece Nelson in the 18th minute, and Ainsley Maitland-Niles in the 66th minute. There was also a return off the bench for another long-term absentee for a long time, Callum Chambers. You may remember that he had that quite serious knee injury. He came on in the 70th minute for Mustafi. Emil Smith-Rowe, good to see him come on as well. You know, it'd be interesting to see a lot of people sometimes hailed him as the successor to Mesut Ozil. So it'd be interesting, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he'll maybe get a run in the side. We will see. Elsewhere in the Europa League, it finished AC Milan 4, Celtic 2. We started things off with Rodic, I presume that's how you pronounce his name, and Edard Ottersund. I think it's Ottersund Edard, I think. It's a really... Ottersund Edard? Okay, I'll just say Edard because... so, yep. So Rodic in the 7th minute, then Edard in the 14th minute for Celtic. Then, oh my goodness, I'm not going to even bother with his name. Calhan Hoggle.
Çalhanoğlu.
Thank you very much. I don't think I can pronounce this guy either. And then Hauge.
Hog.
Oh, right, okay. And Diaz in the 82nd minute wrapped things up, and assist by Rebic. I think that's Rebic.
That's right. No, Rebic was right.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, that's good then. Hernandez and Haug. And the assist for Celtic was Cyrus Christie, I think. Oh no, Ryan Christie. Sorry, Cyrus Christie is with Newcastle. Yes.
No, he's not. He's at Derby.
Oh yes, yeah. Whoops. Tottenham drew 3-3 with LASK or LASK. I'm not sure how you pronounce them. and Mishlo started us off in the 42nd minute for them. Eggstein, I presume, in the 84th minute, and Karamoko, not 3 minutes added on to the 90, with assist by Goy Ginger. That's a great name. I probably not pronounced his name right. Andrade and Ramftul. For Tottenham, Gareth Bale scored in the 2nd minute of added on time. 45 plus 2 minutes. Oh, yes, sorry. Yes. And then Son Heung-min in the 56th minute. And then Dele Alli in the 86th minute with penalty. And assist for Thom's goal was Ndomble. And Jose Mourinho has questioned the attitude of some of his players. Nothing new really. The fact that the Europa League group phase doesn't motivate some of the players. I knew it. Okay, that's interesting. So I've done Arsenal result. Rangers have beaten Standard Liège by 3-2. It was Leftinia? I have no idea. In the 6th minute, followed by Kopp in the 40th minute.
YouTube goal.
What's it, sorry?
This is YouTube gold.
Oh, Kopp also scored in the assisted in the 6th minute, and it's called Fai in the 40th minute, or Fai. I presume it's Fai, F-A-I. For Rangers, Goldson in the 39th minute. Former Middlesbrough player Marcus Tavernier. James Tavernier.
No, it's James Tavernier.
Oh, I've not even got his name right. And former Burnley player Scott Arnfield.
Yeah, very good.
Yep, in the 63rd minute, and assists from Ryan Kent in the 63rd minute, and Barisic, I presume, in the 39th minute.
Yeah, I think that's right. Borna Barisic.
Yep. And then, shall we keep going around the Europa League grounds, or?
Yeah, I think Alex might have fallen down his toilet.
Oh, right.
No, yeah.
I'm
just
still
gonna
on.
move the last bit.
You were that bad that I've decided to sit here and talk about it while I'm doing a shoot.
Oh, right, okay.
Alright, I'm gonna mute for the last 10 minutes just so I can pronounce that name.
Mould or Mouldy.
No, Mould is fine.
Oh, Mould, okay. Mould beat Dundalk by 3-1. Wolf.
Where's Dundalk, Will?
Scotland, aren't they? The Scottish, I think.
Ireland.
Wolf Ekrem.
Yeah.
In the 30th minute. And then, blimey, this guy's name, Omo Janframfro. Oh, Joe, I just won't bother with his name. And
Why did you say his name? What?
and Alex said in the 67th minute with assist by Risa. And Wolf Ekrem. Wolf Ekrem as well as scoring.
No!
Provided an assist as well. This is funny.
Say it one more time.
Omi Wanfro?
know what his actual name is. No, I wouldn't know. I would say that. Amy Lanthrope.
Well, yeah. Anyway, and then for Dundalk, it was Flores scored in the 94th minute with Gannon in the 94th minute as well, providing the assist. Right. And then Leicester, they were beaten by 1-0 by Zoya Lahusk with...
How are you saying that?
Zoya Lahusk.
Isn't it Luhansk? Isn't it Zoya Luhansk?
No, I thought it was Lahusk. That's what I always
Why
said.
would it be that?
I don't know, I just thought that was how we pronounce it.
How come you can't say Oddison Edward, by the way?
Oh, I just, it's quite hard.
Well, I said it perfectly.
Oh, I'll have to quiet down a bit, actually.
Oh my god.
So, for Zoya,
Are we still waiting for Sam or what?
Yeah, that's what it
well, we can always do it again when Sam comes
I don't
back.
think there's much point doing it again. Say something, Will.
Well, okay, I just didn't know really what to say.
embarrassment of a footballer's, yeah.
Okay, I tell you what, probably continue this at the moment, you know, for some filler.
I don't want any more filler.
Syed Menish, I presume. Assisted by.
This is comedy gold.
You could have a whole video of me not struggling to pronounce players' names.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
the
I
whole
like
content.
that video.
That's the whole content.
And then it's Favrorov, I presume.
What? What is that?
Favrorov. Well, that's how it's spelt.
Favorov?
Right.
I don't know who they are.
Oh, Zoila Husk.
I'm going now, I've had enough.
You going now?
Yeah.
Do you think it would be best to wrap up, or?
No, I'll tell you what, we'll give it 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, I might as well continue with the scores in the Europa League now.
Please don't continue with Zola
Royal Vantwerp.
For God's sake.
Okay, Royal Antwerp. That sounds right. Royal Antwerp scored 3-1, beating Ludogorets.
Yeah, that's right.
CSK Moscow, they lost 1-0 by RZ Pellets WAC.
Who are they?
I've no idea where they're from.
Okay.
Feyenoord lost by 2-0 by Dynamo Zagreb.
Okay, yeah, that's alright.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Right, can I just interject? This Jordan Allen shit while he's on the bench.
Yeah.
Red Star Belgrade drew 0-0 with Hoffenheim. Finally, two teams I can actually pronounce right.
The only team you fully can.
And Ghent beat Slovan Liberec by...
Slovan Liberec.
Oh, no, sorry. Slaven Liberec has beaten Ghent by 2-1.
Yeah.
And Athens have beaten... Sporting Braga has beaten AEK Athens by 4-2 in the Europa League.
That
that
was a
over?
slog, wasn't it?
Thank God for that.
That took longer for you to do that than it did for me to go into the bathroom, have a shit and light my arm.
And Jan Bednarek has signed a new contract with Southampton.
I don't think I'll do it again, but...
Okay.
I don't think Alex is ever going to want to do another one of these ever again.
It's like watching paint, isn't it?
It has been a bit of a shambles today, Will.
Sorry, yeah, it's anyway, so are we gonna wait for Sam, or do you think pull the plug here?
I'm pretty certain Sam realised how much of a shit show this has been and doesn't want to come back. No, I think you won't answer, I'm telling you now.
Should we try?
If I was him, I wouldn't.
But knowing Sam, he would come back if he would.
I don't know, knowing Sam. The last time we had a conversation, he said he purposely left it.
Well,
Well, that's just what you do to people, Will, obviously.
Where's he go?
Oh, that's enough.
well, I'll tell you what we can do. We can sort of do an update on, what's to come from the channel, for the
Yeah, go for it.
next. So, obviously, we'll be here on Sunday doing Arsenal v Tottenham, which is a big game. Really looking forward to doing that. And I think on Saturday or Friday, we are going to be dipping our toe in the water.
Why would we be doing it on Saturday if we've got to do the United game on the Saturday?
Oh yeah, sorry, United are playing on Saturday, aren't they? Yeah, I forgot.
Such a great football fan, Will.
Okay, well, how about Monday?
I'm working on Monday, I told you.
Oh, right, okay.
We could do it tomorrow, but Sam said he can't do tomorrow.
Anyone come back anyway? For fucking
Okay, we could do it tomorrow, yeah.
And then he's going to happen to your children. He's going to ask Sam if he's available just before the live stream.
Yeah, I'll still ask him. Even if he says no, we'll still ask him.
No, I won't.
You always do.
You forget what you're going to do.
Oh, well, yeah, that is true. And so, yeah, we'll be here for Arsenal v Tottenham on Sunday, and here for United on Saturday. And then,
probably never going to be back.
And then the Champions League on Tuesday, isn't it?
yes, it is, when they'll be playing RB Leipzig, and Upper Meccano is suspended for that one.
So you know that, but you don't know when your own team is playing.
Well, because I checked it. I checked it last night. Was it last night or was it the night before?
Oh Christ!
God,
Please just let us go now, Will.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think we will. But I'll wrap it up now. I think. So my thanks to JLIWheels and Gricey21 and Sam Taylor for their company.
You're very welcome, I guess.
Cheers, man.
If you want to, like,
Please
share,
do.
comment, and subscribe to the TubeMix YouTube channel. And also, if you want to, I'll be putting a link to JLIWheels' YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, subscribe to my channel. The content's way better over there.
If gaming's your thing, then JLIWheels is doing.
Resident Evil.
That's it. Resident Evil, and I will provide the link in the description below.
You're a good provider. You're a good provider.
But Will doesn't watch my videos because he doesn't like gaming, so he only watched it to see what my editing was like.
But Will's a good provider.
Well, I do watch it because also just you know, for the humour, because you really did make me laugh when you swore. Okay, anyway.
The last one.
If you want to, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the TubeMix YouTube channel. And from all of us here, good night.
I'm gonna go home and kill myself.
Oh, I always forget this. Stay safe.